Did you know that the typical American will spend anywhere between 30 to 40% of their hard-earned money on housing every single year? More than food, travel, entertainment, and shopping combined. Now, for us credit card enthusiasts, those categories that I just mentioned are typically covered. For instance, you have the American Express Gold Card that covers 4x on dining and groceries, or the Chase Sapphire Reserve that earns 10x back at hotels and 5x back on flights. But did you know that up until the creation of the credit card that we'll be talking about in this video, housing was never covered? And that's exactly one of many reasons as to why the Bilt MasterCard is one of the best credit cards that you can get in 2023. If that didn't convince you enough, here are some other statistics that I can throw your way. Did you know that in addition to spending 35% of your money on housing every single year, nearly 36% of that number are people that rent? Of that percentage of people that rent, the national average for renting is roughly $1,300. Now, that statistic can definitely be skewed depending on where you live. For instance, just being a little more personal with you guys, I spend roughly $1,800 on a studio apartment in the state of Maryland. If you lived in DC, that number could rise up to $2,200, and if you live somewhere like Los Angeles, that number could rise up to $3,000 per month. Now imagine being able to use a credit card to pay that bill and also not accumulating the 1 to 3% on transaction fees when using a credit card, and also earns you 1x Bilt points. That's the power of the Bilt MasterCard. Furthermore, just pulling my own numbers here on the amount of money that I'll be spending on rent in this entire year, 1,800 times 12 months is equal to $21,600 of my hard-earned money that I'll be spending on rent this year. Converting that into Bilt points, that's an additional 21,600 Bilt points that I wouldn't have otherwise gotten if I didn't use the Bilt MasterCard to pay for my rent. And if you didn't know, Bilt also boasts a pretty amazing selection of airline and hotel transfer partners that rivals even some of the best transfer partners in the credit card world, such as Chase and American Express. Some of those transfer partners include Hyatt, yeah, that Hyatt, United Airlines, British Airways, and American Airlines. That's right, the only credit card that directly transfers to American Airlines, aside from American Airline co-branded credit cards or other airline transfer partners. And aside from earning 1x back on rent, the Bilt MasterCard also earns 2x back on travel, which when looking at the finer details means merchant codes that codes for airlines, hotels, motels, resorts, cruise lines, and car rental agencies. Unfortunately, that means rideshare apps like Uber and Lyft are excluded from the travel category. The Bilt MasterCard also earns 3x back on dining and also has these things called Rent Day, where it doubles the travel and dining categories on the first of every month, making these multipliers 4x on travel and then 6x on dining. Now, if you ever want an excuse to go on a date every single month, now you have an excuse to do that with the Bilt MasterCard, as well as special events. For instance, on May 1st, 2023, Bilt rewarded cardholders with a 100% transfer bonus promotion for Flying Blue, one of their transfer partners. Now, if you're wondering how exactly the Bilt MasterCard is able to circumnavigate over the credit card transaction fee that is typical when paying rent that no other credit card in the credit card world is able to do, here's exactly what they do. When it is time to pay rent, Bilt will either send a physical check in the mail if your landlord requires a physical check, or create a unique checking and routing number, which can then be used to pay your rent online through an online payment portal if that's something your landlord requires instead. Pretty simple. You can also be rest assured knowing that the Bilt card also comes with protection perks such as trip cancellation and interruption protection and trip delay reimbursement, as well as being a no foreign transaction fee card and a $5 Lyft credit after going on 3 Lyft rides. There's also additional cool perks such as being able to book exclusive suite and stadium seating at some of Sunday's biggest games for the NFL, as well as using your points to get some pretty cool Bilt swag and many more. But with that all being said, let's swing over to the second part of this video and let's go over the application process. As you know, I have a ton of credit card YouTuber friends, and because they're all credit card enthusiasts, most of them have the Bilt MasterCard already. So instead of trying to step on anyone's toes, I'm going to put them on this random generating wheel thingy, and whoever pops out first is a referral link that I'll be using for this video. As you can see, I definitely have a lot of people that have the Bilt MasterCard, and let's see who wins. Ooh. Alright, let's see. And alright, let's swing over to CJ's and use their referral link. Alright, let's go over to CJ's channel. We're going to hit on his recent video. Oh, didn't like it. Always got to like it for the homies. Always got to like it. Support their channels. We're going to go into descriptions and we're going to click on that Bilt MasterCard link. Now, the application process is pretty simple. It looks like any other application process for a new credit card. The only difference I see is that when you apply, you do need to create a Bilt account. This is to become a member of the Bilt ecosystem, as well as get valuable information about the Bilt card from time to time. As with what seems like a normal application process, we're going to be applying for this card, and after I type in all of my information, we'll hit the apply button and see if I get it approved. Keep in mind that the Bilt MasterCard is with Wells Fargo. I know there's a lot of people that are squeamish with dealing with Wells Fargo as a bank, but let me just remind you this, that most big brick and mortar banks have issues of their own. Bank of America, for example, and I've personally been with Wells Fargo ever since I've turned 18, so that's about 8 years now, and I've personally never had any trouble with Wells Fargo. But again, I understand some people have, and if you don't like them, then don't apply for the card. But for those of you out there that want this card, they are with Wells Fargo, so I just wanted to remind everybody of that. All right, I've typed in all of my information, and now it's time to hit apply and wait for the results. If I get this card, this means that I'll be getting a lot more points that I can use on places like Hyatt, so it's definitely something that I want. Let's see now. Again, this is the worst part of application process, because it's just the spinning wheel of death. Let's go. I just got the Bilt MasterCard, and while the credit limit is a little low at $4,000, it's more than enough to cover my rent. And since I'll be paying it off immediately, since I am already paying rent, it won't be that big of a deal. Oh, and also I noticed that with the Bilt MasterCard acquired, I've applied and gotten every single credit card that I mentioned in my last credit card roadmap video. So I definitely need to update that video and create a new one. So with that all being said, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching as always. Stay safe out there, everybody. Peace. Those of you out there that are new to the channel, hi, my name is Eric. I generally talk about everything credit card related, but more recently I've been making videos on broader financial topics, such as these videos right here. The main goal for this channel is to provide informational and meaningful financial related content that everybody everywhere can enjoy. So again, if you'd like to support that dream, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And with that, thank you for watching as always. Until next time, everybody, stay safe out there. Peace.